Hi, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be doing the combined 11 for the PSG versus Borussia Dortmund second leg in the Champions League semi-final. So, yeah, I'm basically going to do the combined 11, and I'm also going to do a bit of a mini preview and give you my thoughts on how I think the game's going to go tomorrow night. So, yeah, let's get started. In at number one, we've got Borussia Dortmund's Kobel versus PSG's Gianluigi Donnarumma. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If I was asked this about 2 years ago, I would have definitely picked Donnarumma. No questions asked, But the season I've been watching him in few of the games with PSG in the Champions League, and to be honest, he hasn't really done that well. He hasn't really impressed me. Like some of the goals he's conceding, I'm thinking, Donnarumma, you got to be saving that. So for me, and on the other hand, Kobel has impressed me in the few Champions League games I've watched for Borussia Dortmund this season. He's looked like a good keeper for me, if you're asking me. He's looked like a very good keeper. So if I'm having to pick between Donnarumma and Kobel, right now in this very moment, I'm definitely picking Kobel. So moving it on to right back, we've got Achraf Hakimi for PSG, obviously former Dortmund player, but it's now at PSG. He's coming up against who? I think it's Ryerson for Dortmund. So this one's easy. Definitely going with Achraf Hakimi. Moving it on to the centre backs, we've got this is a bit of a tough one. It's quite tough, in fact, because we've got good centre backs from both sides. PSG have got Marquinhos and Lucas Hernandez, whilst Dortmund have got Nico Schlotterbeck as well as Mats Hummels, the legend. So for me, I love Hummels, man. I love Hummels. I think he's a very good player. But if you're asking me to pick one, because I'd like to have a right-footed centre back and a left-footed centre back. So when it comes to right-footed centre back, we've got Hummels versus Marquinhos. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Hummels, but Marquinhos is by far the better defender. So I'm gonna pick Marquinhos for the right centre back position. Moving it on to the left centre position, centre back position, we've got Schlotterbeck for Dortmund versus Lucas Hernandez for PSG. And I'm sorry, but Schlotterbeck wins hands down. What a beast of a defender. That left foot of his strong, physical, quick. He's someone I'd like to see at Man United in a few years, to be honest. But hey, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'm a big fan of Nico Schlotterbeck. So for me, Schlotterbeck goes in as a partner to Marquinhos at the centre back. Moving it on to left back, it's also a bit of a slightly tough one because I rate both defenders, both left backs in Nuno Mendes as well as what's his name, Ian Madsen for Dortmund. I rate both of them. So, but if you're asking me to pick one right now, and maybe it's a bit of recency bias, but excuse me, I'm definitely going with Ian Madsen. I don't know how Chelsea just sent him out on loan. Like, he could easily be starting for Chelsea. This kid is so good, so good, and he's got a £35 million release clause, I believe, in the summer. So yeah, I think he's a good player. So for me, Ian Madsen completes my back four. Moving on to the midfield, I'm going to go with the midfield three. I'm going to be quick with this one. The first player in that midfield, I'm going to pick Vitinha. I think what a player he is for PSG, man. What a top midfielder. I'd go with Vitinha. The other two, I'd definitely pick Julian Brandt for Dortmund. I know he missed a couple of sitters in the first leg, but I still think he's a good player. So I pick Brandt. And then the last midfielder, I'd go with Sabitzer. Marcel Sabitzer. That's the last midfielder I'd pick. Moving it on to the front three, starting at a right wing, I'm going to go with Ousmane Dembele on right wing, Jadon Sancho on the left wing, and Kylian Mbappe as my number 9. So basically that completes my combined 11. So I'm now going to move on to my thoughts on tomorrow's game. And if I'm being honest, look, I love Jadon Sancho, man. One of my favorite players at United, but for him, unfortunately, it hasn't worked out at United so far. I hope he comes back next season. I hope we bring him back in the summer. Let him get back, get him some game time, and embed him into the team because I think he's a good player. He just needs a manager that believes in him. Someone. He's a confidence player when I look at Jadon Sancho. So I hope he comes back to United. But this season, he's at Dortmund and he's in the semi-finals. So basically, if Dortmund avoid defeat tomorrow night, Jadon Sancho will be in the Champions League final. And me being a big fan of his, I would definitely be happy for him. People like Ten Hag would be made to look stupid. So That's another plus. Yeah, man. I want Dortmund to win. I want Dortmund to win and go to the finals, just so Jadon Sancho, he can actually prove to everyone that he is a top player. But then on the other side, I'm also a very big Kylian Mbappe fan. Yeah, I'm a big fan of his. I actually think he's currently the best player in the world. Funny thing with him is right now he's playing in the French league, which is basically a farmers league, to be honest. So he doesn't really get much props because people always say no, but it's a farmers league, which they're not lying. So when he finally moves to Madrid in the summer, that's going to be great because he's actually going to start playing a top league with top players. So he's finally going to get his flowers and actually get recognized proper. So for me, I'd like Kylian to win it as well. Like I said, I'd like Jadon to win because I'm just a huge fan of Jadon. But at the same time, I'm also a big fan of Kylian Mbappe. So the way I see it, I don't know. I just have a feeling, man. In as much as Dortmund in front on aggregate and are leading the tie, I've got a feeling PSG are going to destroy them tomorrow. I mean, the game is in Paris, in the Parc de France. The fans will be behind the PSG team. Kylian Mbappe will have to step up. He knows if he loses tomorrow night, it's his last game in his last Champions League match for PSG. So he won't want to go out like that. Not especially not in front of his own fans. So I've got a feeling PSG will destroy Dortmund tomorrow. Like, I know Dortmund missed a couple of sitters in the first leg, which will come back to haunt them tomorrow night, trust me. But I'm predicting PSG to beat Dortmund quite comfortably tomorrow because they'll be at home, like I said. Home ground advantage, the fans behind them. I can see PSG having an easy win, and I'm going to go ahead and predict a 3-1 win for PSG. As for the goal scorers, I think Mbappe is probably going to score a brace. Then Ousmane Dembele probably gets one as well, like it's his former club. So yeah, I'm predicting a 3-1 win for Paris Saint-Germain, which will then send them to the finals to play, I hope, Real Madrid. I hope Madrid get the job done on Wednesday. So I'm hoping to see a final of Real Madrid versus PSG. That way we get to see Mbappe versus Madrid, It's going to be interesting to see. Like, is he going to win his last... is he finally going to win the Champions League for his boyhood club, PSG? Or is he going to lose and then join Madrid following season? I don't know. But my prediction is PSG will beat Borussia Dortmund 3-1 tomorrow night. Like I said, Mbappe brace. Ousmane Dembele one goal as well. Dortmund will probably pull one back as a consolation. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know if you disagree with my thoughts. Do you think I'm crazy for predicting a 3-1 win for PSG? Do you agree with me? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you disagree with any player that I've involved in a combined 11, or do you think I left anyone out who should be in the combined 11? But yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think, whether you agree or disagree. But anyways, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys soon.